Guys, it's TheFrXion here, Tiger Tank 12, however you want to call me, I don't really care. And welcome back to World of Tanks. Today we're not in the game, not in the test server. Today we are on the website. And on the website we'll find a very interesting article about Frontlines. Now I think last year Frontlines was probably the game mode that most people enjoyed playing in a very long time. And I think it was the one time people really enjoyed playing World of Tanks like they used to back in the days when this game first came out. So Frontline is a huge game mode. It's a huge thing for this game, and the general perception and the general expectations are very high towards this game mode. Now today we're only going to be talking about this article, no gameplay. Just to inform you once again, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, those are the days I plan to upload videos. Now the next couple of videos will first and foremost be the complete preview of the Amex, the Panhard EBR, the Tier 9 French wheeled light vehicle, and then afterwards the Tier 10 vehicle. Those will be covered first, but they will probably be released on Tuesday and Wednesday first, because I want to cover that. I want to finish that first, and on Friday I'll probably have another topic ready for you guys, just to keep that open, just to be transparent so you guys know what's going on this channel. I haven't forgotten about you guys. It's just I had a couple of things to do this week, and last week I didn't play a lot of World of Tanks. When I did play World of Tanks, I actually did have a good time, and I did ponder some questions about my respective behavior on how I play this game. And one of those things I want to talk about in one of the upcoming videos is definitely XVM. That will be covered. I'll tell you guys my reason for using XVM and why I like to run XVM on my system. But without further ado, let's jump into Frontline. So, in the first quarter of 2019, Frontline will return to World of Tanks. Now, this is a very important information. Frontline will come back at the beginning of this year. Now, it is already available on the test server, and you can go try it out. It is being tested right now, and you can have some fun in Frontline. What we don't know yet is what tiers it's going to be. Now, the Frontline game mode right now is still Tier 8, but we're not sure if it's going to stay Tier 8 or if they're going to shift it to other tiers. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to stay Tier 8, but I would like to see Frontlines maybe at Tier 9 or Tier 10 even. Tier 9 would be very interesting because I think that is just on the cusp of, like, it's close to Tier 10, but not Tier 10 yet. But it's definitely a more complex tier than Tier 8. But I'm not sure if that would work out with Frontline. That's just a thought that I have in my head, and I think it would be really interesting. So Frontline will be coming in episodes. Now this is very interesting, and this is important. Frontline is not to be a short-term event. It will go throughout this entire year, and it will be released in episodes. You'll be able to play Frontlines in July, in November, in October, and it's going to be released in, I'm not sure in what kind of stages, how it's going to be released, like monthly. So what they're saying is, so every calendar month Frontline will kick off and be available for 1 week. So basically it will be available for 12 months or 11 months if it's not released in January yet. And it will always be available in the first week. So this is very interesting because you'll be able to play Frontline in the first week of the month, and that until 2019 ends. That is 10 weeks total. So that's February. Frontline will come out in February, so the patch will probably be released at the end of the month. That is very good to know. And in between the episodes, obviously you'll not be able to play Frontlines, but that's okay. The nice thing about Frontlines is you always had the sense of progression. When you were playing Frontlines, you were trying to win the match, and you were trying to get to the next level, because each level had basically some kind of bonus for you at the end, waiting just to be unlocked, right? So you had 30 levels, and you had two times. No, I think you were able to prestige 3 times. This time around, you'll be able to prestige 10 times. Now that is a very, very big change. Now, the thing is with seeing Frontlines, I did enjoy it so much. I played it a lot. Unfortunately, I also was studying at the same time, so I didn't have the opportunity to play it as often as I would have liked, but I did play it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot, and I reached Prestige 1.5, I think level 15, but I didn't reach Prestige 3. Now, the thing is, what I'm afraid of is if Frontline is only available on one tier and one map, it might get boring and stale. But the very nice thing this time around is the rewards that are coming with Frontline's Prestige 10. But we'll talk about that just in a second. Let's just take a look at all the new updating Prestige mechanics that will be coming in this Frontline iteration. And we can see that once again, you'll be able to reach private to general on based on your battle performance. So when you're really good, you do a lot of damage, you can get to general throughout one match. And obviously, you'll be able to use several vehicles, several tier 8 tanks. Now, that's one of the reasons why Frontline was so exciting, because you were able to use several tanks in basically several lives. And I think that is why people really enjoyed it. Then you'll earn Frontline experience to reach new ranks, just as I mentioned previously, the 30 levels that you have, or 30 ranks. Boost your frontline tier, and this tier is going to be 30 frontline tiers in total. And once you reach level 30 or frontline tier 30, you'll be able to redo this again and have a prestige rank. So there are 10 prestige levels, and what you can do is achievement of prestige level is limited by 2 prestige levels from the current frontline episode. So you can only prestige twice in one episode. That means in the first week, if you play the entire week through and you get level 60, like 30 and 30, you can prestige twice, but you cannot prestige 3 times, unfortunately. But for the second week, you'll be able to reach level 4. Third week, you'll be able to reach level 5, and thus you can reach like further stages. So if you start playing Frontline at the end of, let's say, June, you'll be able to reach the max level that they've set open from that episode, which I think June, that would be probably level 5 or 6. You can actually go through all the ranks, the prestige ranks, during that time to level 6 without having to wait until them to be unlocked, because they have been unlocked previously and you can actually unlock them quite easily. So I think that's the way of them limiting the experience of the players from, keeping them from just rushing through at the very beginning. And I see why they're doing this, because there are going to be new rewards, and these rewards really have it in them. So buckle up. This is very important. This is the most important part about Frontlines that is coming, and this is actually very exciting. It's super cool, and I'm looking very much forward to it. Once again, you have very many different rewards. You can earn credits, regular and premium consumables, directives, and personal reserves. Those you can already earn in the game throughout just playing different game modes. But at the same time, with the prestige levels, you'll earn additional prizes like bonds, gold, badges, and medals. Now, badges and medals aren't too important. I like them. I like to have a lot of badges and medals just to show what kind of a veteran player I've been. But to be fair, I think those badges and medals do look pretty awesome. But bonds and gold. Now, this is pretty cool. You can earn gold and bonds. Now, bonds are basically going to be used for unlocking vehicles that are very special and are not available in any other way. So you can buy tanks that are very hard to get by with bonds. Don't use your bonds yet. Keep them around. They're going to be a hell of a new currency, or they are a nice currency. And I hope they will never sell bonds ever. I hope they won't. But bonds are nice at the moment. Keep those bonds. They're difficult to get by, and once you waste them on some equipment that has like 2.5% better stats than the usual equipment, you'll just waste like 5,000 bonds. And that is, don't do that. So this time around, you earn prestige points. And these prestige points, as already mentioned, come with prestiging. And these prestige points can be used on new rewards. And these rewards are vehicles. Now, this is super cool. You have 4 different types of vehicles that can be unlocked. Now, they will be unlocked in different stages. Now, the first prestige level, you'll be able to unlock the STA2 with, you have to get enough prestige points. And very importantly is with the prestige points you earn, you can only get 2 vehicles. So you have to choose very wisely if you get the enough prestige points. The third vehicle is going to be super interesting because the first 2 vehicles are premium tanks at tier 8. These are fully premium vehicles that you can earn for free if you have tier 8 vehicles. And these premium vehicles are already available in the game. The STA2, Japanese tier 8 premium medium tank, and the WZ-111, Chinese tier 8 premium heavy. But you'll get to be able to unlock the Emil 1951, which is a very new premium tier 8 heavy tank. Although I'm not sure if it's a premium. They say it's a rare tier 8 Swedish heavy that's Frontline exclusive vehicle and yes, has yet to see combat. Which is basically going to be a crew trainer for all the new Swedish or the Swedish heavy tanks. And the thing about the Emil 1951 is that you cannot buy this with money or with gold, since it's going to be a rare reward vehicle only exclusive to Frontline. Keep that in mind. That's definitely one of the tanks I'll try to get. I'm not sure if it's going to have the premium qualities. It's probably going to be a crew trainer, but if it's going to help you get more credits, that is uncertain. So if you're, if you really want to get like credits and premium, experience, well, I think most definitely the STA2 and the WZ-111 are safe choices because these vehicles are premiums and they do earn those premium bonuses. The Emil 1951, it's not certain if it's going to be a full premium, but if I know Wargaming, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a half premium. Like, you'll be able to train your crew, but you'll probably not earn premium credits. But we'll see. Maybe it's going to be a full premium that you can only get through Frontline. That would be super cool. But we'll see how it's going to end. Then Top Secret, it's a tier 9 vehicle. Now this is super cool. It's like the only premium tier 9 vehicle that I can get, that I can think of straight off the head, is the T55A, the reward tier 9 German medium tank, which was actually the main battle tank of the GDR. And its name, class, nation, and characteristics are top secret and will be published later during the season. So I will probably try to aim for the Emil and the top secret tank because I own the STA2 and I own the WZ-111 in a different form. So moving on, the map will once again be the same. It's going to be the same map that we have played previously on before. They will rebalance it again to make it harder to defend and easier to attack. It's going to be increase in FPS. It's going to be running better. And the map size has been reworked. So this is going to be very interesting. It's the same map. I'm a bit confused that they're putting out the same map again and not like a second one, but maybe we'll see another map coming later down the road. But what they have done is they have rebalanced the map a little bit to make it more fair for both sides. They reduced the durability of main objectives, what was one of the big problems with especially C or A. No, A, it was pretty easy to capture, but C was pretty hard to capture because the defenders had pretty damn good cover and you only had like a little rock where you could actually cap it. So C was very hard to attack And what happened was people kind of tended to go over on A and B and just overload one of the two flanks and completely abandon C. And there were only like 5 or 6 guys defending on C. Now, if we move on, you can see they did quite a lot, and I think I'm just gonna link it down in the description below so you can just check it out for yourself. The link will always be in the description down below. And I think this is a very interesting way. They're rebalancing it. They want to have a perfect balanced map, which is going to be very difficult, but I'd really love to see a new map that they will add down later down the line once they are maybe in the middle of the campaign. It would be really cool to see a new map. Now, once again, you'll be able to use rental tanks. All of them will be available and you can use them. And it's very interesting. The base vehicle will be available for rent for credits throughout the 2019 season. So what that means is you can actually rent tier 8 vehicles, just like previously you were able to, for credits to play this game mode. 2 premium vehicles will be available for rent with gold in each episode, and all 10 premium vehicles will be provided. The pair of vehicles available for rent in each episode will vary. So if you do not own these premium tanks, you will be able to rent them for gold, for credits, and 10 of them will be provided. I'm not sure what that means, but I really want to see. So everyone can get in on the fun, and I think this is all looking pretty damn nifty. Now, the biggest change this time around is higher prestige levels up until prestige 10 and reward vehicles. Now, this is the most interesting part about Frontlines, like additionally to the game mode, which a lot of people have enjoyed. It's very different from the usual standard battles, and I've enjoyed it very greatly so, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'll definitely cover for you guys how Frontline will actually be like on the main server. Maybe I'll even jump on the test server and we'll enjoy a little bit of Frontline action before the season begins, but up until then, I would really love to hear your guys' opinion. How do you think Frontline is going to evolve? Are you excited for it? And as always, I will be covering those news that are coming later down the line. So once again, on Wednesday, you'll have a new video. On Friday and tomorrow on Tuesday, we will actually review the Panart EBR. So that thing will also be reviewed. And on Wednesday, it's probably the review, or not, the preview of the Tier 10 French wheeled light vehicle. So keep those things checked, and I'll see you guys on the next video.